Hello guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's begin. Amatsuru and Gohan entered said room, which was for Gohan's hidden power to explode in an incredible way, which was never seen before. Both subjects began their rigorous training. Meanwhile, in the Palace of Everything, Vegeta, thinking about everything that happened from the knowledge of Zeno-sama, Vegeta would know of the existence of other kings of everything, of other multiverses, and of a creator god, who was the first existence, the first divine being of the entire vast universe.
If Zenshan's knowledge is correct, this is Multiverse 6, and it is the least developed of all. The only beings with great power are the rebellious gods, which are the offspring of the god of death.
Daishiken would enter the palace, giving Vegeta important news.
Vegeta-sama, one of the rogue gods is here, and wishes to speak with you.
Who's here? Wouldn't Orochi come in 24 hours? It's only been 12 hours. As Vegeta would come out of the palace, he was able to observe Orochi, who was observing him with a murderous look. Orochi had not been able to take much more and decided to launch the attack against the new king altogether.
I want to fight. I hope you're powerful enough, or I'll kill you.
Orochi would go to the legendary Super Saiyan, with a furtive blow, he would make Vegeta crash into the palace, destroying a part of it. Vegeta would go Ultra Instinct, with which his power had increased too much when merging with Zeno-sama. However, for Orochi, this power was not enough. That's right, the power of Orochi could be said to be compared to the king of all of the Multiverse 2, since his power was enormous.
Damn, this guy is going to kill me. I can't do anything against him.
You turned out to be an insect, which didn't even serve me as a warm-up. But at the moment, when Orochi was about to deliver the final blow, Vegeta managed to stop that powerful blow with one hand, and something incredible would happen. Vegeta would go to Phase 3 Mega Instinct, with which he would send a strong blow to Orochi to fly, and a powerful air wave would send him into space to a remote place far from the 12 universes.
So you had that much hidden power. Were you underestimating me?
Of course not. Just now I managed to achieve this transformation.
You left me no alternative. So at this moment, I'll put an end to all this. Let's see if you can do it.
Orochi would begin to increase his power, and an incredible negative aura would come out of his body. Orochi was transforming into a powerful demonic Super Saiyan. His appearance didn't seem to have changed at all, but from one moment to the next, his eyes would turn red and their hair black. At first glance, they seemed to have returned to their base state, but the power that they gave off was amazing.
What? That power is disgusting! How many beings have you killed to have that ki so stained with blood?
That does not interest you. Thanks for this battle, but I will end your life. Orochi, at a speed that Vegeta was barely able to observe, would dodge a powerful blow, which would have knocked him out.
The power of this god is incredible. Compared to the aura of Amatsuru and Tamura, this Saiyan wants to destroy everything that exists. I can't allow it. Even if my body ends up in pieces, I'll exterminate it.
Vegeta began to push his body to the limit. The veins of his body seemed to explode from so much effort. Vegeta was going to end Orochi's life with a single blow. However, at that moment, his hope would end, and hit him with such a sneaky blow, and he wouldn't give him a single scratch.
What characterizes the legendary Super Saiyan is his unlimited ki. Even in his transformation, my ki and resistance don't stop increasing.
Orochi would give him such a powerful blow from Vegeta, which would throw him to the ground, losing his transformation.
This is impossible! I can't believe the level that separates us. His power really is from a supreme being.
Orochi was approaching Vegeta very slowly, and he would charge with great power in his last blow. With a said blow, he planned to end Vegeta's life. However, with all hope was lost, a new light would appear, blinding all the present. What had not happened in millions of years, a king from another multiverse entirely, would have come to help a colleague.
Who are you?
I am the king of Multiverse 3.
My name is Rei Itadori, killer of kings.
Vegeta would remain unconscious at the moment. Orochi launched himself at the new subject that had appeared, throwing an accurate blow to his face. However, when Orochi's first contacted it, his fist was enveloped in a very intense fire, which not only burned his body but also killed the internal energy.
Who the hell are you? Millions of years ago, there were no beings with this great level of power. This is a very bad joke. I don't care if beings like me existed or did not exist millions of years ago. The only thing I know is that this place will be your grave. Elemental, body of fire, carbonizes!
Rei's entire body was engulfed in flames, that even the entire palace was being distorted by such firepower. Rei, with a single blow, had been able to pierce through Orochi, which, since he had revived 10 years ago, he just felt the most agonizing pain of his life.
How could a simple king of everything do this to me? I can't believe it. It's unforgivable. If you beg me for your pathetic life, I will never forgive you.
Orochi, with that hole in his stomach, would stand up, trying to increase his power, but at the moment, he made all the ki flow out of him. His body was charred.
Sha! Burn all the veins of energy through the power flows, and if they are not repaired and try to accumulate power, they have no choice but to be charred.
Rei, with a snap, would repair the entire kingdom of everything and help Vegeta. After a few hours, Vegeta would wake up very confused.
Where are we? And Orochi? What happened to Orochi? Don't worry, everything is better now. Just relax, and everything will get better.
Vegeta would relax a bit, recovering all his energies. Meanwhile, in Universe 8 with Jamura, he would stand up. Damn, Orochi had died.
I can't believe it. His power was not weak at all. Even if those garbages were together, should not be a match for Orochi. Right now, I'll kill them.
However, in his mind, the voice of the god of death, his father, would rumble.
Don't be hasty, Jamura. Your brother's power is with me now. He will live in me, and thus my return will be much faster, since gods like you have large amounts of energy.
I understand, father. So what do you want me to do?
Nothing for now. Just get me food. I need powerful energy to come back to life.
I understand, father. Leave it to me. I'll get you the power of kings completely.
I trust you, my firstborn.
The connection would be severed, at which time a new goddess would have arrived with Jamura. You noticed the death of Orochi. What the hell is happening? His power was not weak at all. No one from this insignificant universe should be able to stand up to him.
Don't be hasty, Toya. Orochi's power was unbalanced. His bloodlust led him to death.
How can you be so calm? He was our brother. I don't care who he was. Right now, I'm going to annihilate him. Meanwhile, in a very special room, Amatsuru was training together with Gohan, who had already managed to master his beast mode 100% and get a new transformation, or rather, the doctrines, but being in his mystical state, his hair did not do it. It was neither gray nor purple. His hair turned green. It was the most powerful state with which he was able to face Amatsuru, one of the most powerful rebel gods. You have become very powerful, Gohan. It's not enough, but with this power, I know you'll be able to defend whatever you love and help me purify my brothers. Of course, teacher. Take that for granted. I'll do everything in my power to bring them back and everything is as before. Gohan and Amatsuru would come out from the room of time, realizing the presence of a new subject in the kingdom of everything. Rei, watching Amatsuru, would be shocked.
You! How can this be true, Amatsuru?
Rei, is it you? I thought you were dead with the annihilation of Zeno-sama's father and my father.
No, Amatsuru. I was able to survive, but they took me to Multiverse 3 because my power is not compatible with this multiverse. Sometime later, I became the king of everything of said multiverse.
Do they know each other? Of course, yes. He and I used to date millions of years ago. He dominates all fire energy and solar energy, and my power grows with infinity stars, especially with the sun. When we were fought together, no one was able to stop us.
One day, Ishuru, Amatsuru's father, realized our relationship, and with his negative energy, he unleashed it throughout the universe, not allowing Amatsuru to absorb solar energy. He left me on the verge of death, but my savior stood in front of me. Little Zen's father saved me.
Vegeta would be very surprised by what was said by both gods.
Matsuru, I didn't know this angers you, but at this moment, we ended the life of Orochi because he was out of control.
I know what is best for my brothers. When they are fully purified, I want to revive them with the Super Dragon Balls and without the desire to kill.
It was a pleasure to see you again, Matsuru, but I must return to my multiverse since I must also protect it. But do not forget, if one day you are in danger, think of me. And it does not matter if I'm in hell itself, I'll come to save you.
Ray would go to his multiverse. At that moment, Vegeta would realize the enormous power that Gohan had achieved, being surprised.
How did you get so much power, Gohan? Your power surpasses mine easily. I can't believe it.
The training I had with Matsuru was the hardest training I've ever had.
It's my turn to train. Now, I'm also not going to become very powerful.
Vegeta would enter the dimension of time to train on his own, but what they did not know was that Zeno-sama merged with Goku. His evil part had been released millions of years ago so that Zeno-sama became the king of everything. He had to maintain a pure heart, and for that, he had to eliminate the little bit of evil that was in it and seal it to the external seal of darkness, since if a part died at that time, both did. But after millions of years, both parties are completely separated. His counterpart was preparing to exterminate everything created by his father, and with his power, he was sure to defeat the rebellious gods. Since, with his mental power, he would do that. His guards merged with this. A certain day, an incredible power made the entire palace rumble completely. That's right, Zeno-sama had merged with his guardians, going into his combat form, with which few warriors were capable of doing him front.
I hope you're prepared, since the beginning of the end is about to begin. I'll start with the cursed one who has a part of my power. That's right, I'll start with you, Vegito.
Zeno-sama's evil counterpart had been born that way. With his mental power, he was able to make the Guardians give him their power and thus merge with it. Meanwhile, in the room of time, Vegeta was training very hard. However, at any moment, he would see a Saiyan who would tell him, You are the salvation of all that omniverse. You have the offspring of the first Saiyan God and the blood of a creator god. Please do not fail us.
Omniverse? Creator God? What is that supposed to be? And who are you?
Excuse my lack of respect. My name is Chemis, and I am the fourth descendant of the Saiyan God. We thought that his legacy had come to an end with the death of Yamoshi and the old Saiyan God.
I don't understand anything. Please explain yourself. What am I supposed to do? I can see that you don't have bad intentions, but I still don't understand anything.
To the 6 gods that you are going to face, correct that they're descendants of the god of death. However, if we compare them to the descendants of the negative creator god, they are like children at his side. He is about to come back to life, and if that happens, neither I nor anyone else will be able to defeat it.
So what do we do to avoid his revival?
All of this was because Zeno-sama fused with you. The Eternal Seal had slight damage, but the power of the negative creator god being so much, he was able to take advantage of said opening.
I understand. So, should I make said seal again with the other kings of everything?
That's right, but first you must become much more powerful. I'll take care of that. You're a Saiyan like me. You shouldn't be ashamed of your primitive form, since it is the most destructive form that all Saiyan possesses.
Do you mean the Ozaru form? I don't understand if the Ozaru transformation only made my power multiply 10 times, unlike the Super Saiyan which multiplies it 50 times.
I can see that you don't have any experience. You're partially right, but when you reach the divine rank, things change, since the Ozaru mode is much more difficult to master, and this means that its power does not multiply even 50 times. Not 100 times, your power will multiply 500 times more.
Whoa, what? Did you just tell me? That's impossible. Ever. No transformation is capable of multiplying your fighting power so much. It's a damn joke.
I have already told you what is necessary. Since you possess the power of a king of everything, make your tail grow again. Dominate said state. Combine both doctrines to obtain the Heavenly Super Saiyan 4. I've just revealed a great secret. Chemis would disappear from Vegeto's mind, leaving him with doubts about everything he had told him, since it was impossible. However, the essence of Zeno-sama would be present.
Vegito, don't hesitate. Do what Kami-sama told you.
Do you know who Zenshan is?
That's right. Kami-sama was my father's teacher. He was the being who taught him everything he knew, and even until the day of his death, he was never able to face him, and a being saying like you knows all the strengths and weaknesses doesn't hesitate to do it. I trust you. Vegeta, realizing that the words of said being were not to be underestimated, he would take the new training, which consisted of mastering his Ozaru state. Meanwhile, outside the Room of Time, everything was flowing normally. However, at any moment, a noise would shake the whole kingdom completely. That's right, Zeno-sama had arrived at the palace, or rather, he would have already released all his power. He was confident that he would not be defeated as long as Vegeta was not there in said place. This tremor would be felt by the 12 universes, and Zeno-sama took precautions. He chose to put a barrier in the 12 universes so that the rebellious gods did not feel his power. Zeno-sama would appear in the Kingdom of Everything in front of Amaterasu and Goha. Both were surprised. Who are you supposed to be? Your essence is totally different from Zeno-sama that we know. You exude absolute evil. I'm the counterpart of that dam. The only thing I realized was that because of my idiocy, everyone was in danger. I should have never sealed them. I should have killed them with my own hands. But what are you supposed to say, Zeno-sama? And why do you have that appearance? Do not go towards a mortal, and for your question, I'll answer it because today will be the day of your death. This is my combat form, or rather, my true form, which was sealed to me being able to cut on half and split both as Zeno-samas. Now I understand everything. You're not the Zeno-sama that merged with my father for nothing, and you will not leave any alternative but to kill yourself. I hope you have enough power to back up your words, you damn mortal. Zeno-sama moved at the speed that even Amaterasu had difficult observing, giving Gohan a big blow that would make him kneel in pain because the power of his blow had been supreme. Gohan, being in a state base, couldn't do anything. Amaterasu would attack, both having been in a very even battle. However, while Amaterasu attacked, she would say to herself, if it weren't for the help of the 12 sons of this entire metaverse, I would be able to face him. The thirst for revenge that this damned man has makes all his power really amazing. I can't believe it. At that moment, Zeno-sama would land a strong blow to her face at maximum speed. Divine slap. Die! Zeno-sama's hand touched Amaterasu, which would fly hundreds of thousands of kilometers through several planets in her path. The blow was so powerful that not even the planets that were in different universes could meet saved. You forgot that I am a complete original king. Now that I know the source of your power, let's see what to do. Absolute darkness. Dabra the Infinite. A disgusting negative energy was released throughout the universe. Zeno-sama's power had been able to cover all 12 universes, including the 12 suns, which stopped giving him Amaterasu power. His power rapidly decreased. Zeno-sama, he was about to give the final blow. However, at that moment, in front of him would appear Whirus. Gohan based his maximum power in the fusion of all the gods and angels who called themselves Archon.
We are here to help you, Goddess of the Sun, seeing that you are willing to give your life for the 12 universes. We'll not let you die. You are important to us.
Now I'll return the blow you gave me a few moments ago.
You have the appearance of Zeno-sama from millions of years ago, but I know you're not him, so get ready. Even if we must die with you, we will. We will not let you end this entire multiverse. Ha 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 ha! I realize that they're nothing more than insects. Even if 100 warriors come together, they will not be able to do it, because 100 ants will not be able to defeat a dinosaur like me.
I hope you're sure about this. Now, divine combination! The three individuals had performed a technique that united both their souls and their powers. However, it was very different from a fusion since the power was quadrupled in each of the warriors. The trio of warriors began to beat up the warriors. Zeno-sama, who could do anything to defend himself, he was receiving the biggest beating in his entire life.
What the hell's going on? I can't even see where they're attacking me from. Their powers explode in the blink of an eye.
The attacks continued like this for approximately 15 minutes, in which they were about to defeat Zeno-sama. However, in an oversight of Archon, he was able to wound him to death. And at the moment of doing this, Gohan, as Whirus, would give a cry of pain. Oh, it can't be! Archon's been hurt! Divine combinations were not all advantages, since by combining their bodies, souls, and spirits, what one warrior felt could also be felt by the other. And if one of them died in one way or another, the warriors who were connected to said fusion died. It was a double-edged technique, and with both, they could cut each other.
Wow.
Now I understand everything. Just as their power is increasing by uniting in an amazing way, they also connect with each other. And what one feels, the other will feel. This is wonderful because if I kill one, I'll kill 3 birds with 1 stone.
Gohan and Whirus released much more power to be able to allow Archon to recover a bit. However, the energy drain was making itself felt. Meanwhile, in the Room of Time, the giant Golden Ozoru was destroying everything around him, since this would have no reason.
Vegito, do I give my power to a being like he is not capable of mastering a simple transformation? I trust you, Vegito, to master all that power and save this Omniverse. Omniverso, Zeno-sama. That's right, you're doing well. You can. Don't let the power control you. I trust you, Vegito.
At that moment, an amazing light would illuminate all around him. A powerful and new warrior would have appeared. His appearance was imposing. From the top up, he had heavenly white fur, while his hair had purple and gray parts due to the doctrines of Goku and Vegeta.
I finally achieved it, but I can't believe the ki that runs through my veins. It's extremely unreal. Chemist was right. I could feel that my powers multiplied dozens of times. I don't know how exactly many, but even if it exceeds the Enhancer Saiyan. Now train said transformation since the energy drain should be abysmal.
Vegeta began to train said transformation. However, when he wanted to return to his base state, he could not.
Why can't I go back to my normal form?
You cannot return to your base state because your power has now reached a new level. Now you'll always be in your most powerful state, and in this way, you'll be able to master this power correctly.
I understand, so I'll train for a few more hours and save the entire multiverse which Zeno-sama sacrificed himself.
Meanwhile, in the entire palace, the warriors were very badly injured. The divine combination had left the 3 warriors on the verge of death, while Zeno-sama, possessing literally unlimited energy, was not so affected.
I thought they would be better opponents, but they were nothing more than simple insects. I had very high expectations of you, but it's time for your death.
On the other hand, in Universe 18, there was Jamura, who was very thoughtful since he had not had reports of Amatsuru.
I don't think that cursed Amatsuru has betrayed us. She never liked our way of being, but we are his brothers, and if she did, we would be 2 fewer, and we are 3 left, so we must take things seriously.
Meanwhile, in the time room, Vegito had already mastered his power 100% without having any energy waste. Vegito would leave said place feeling an extremely powerful ki far away from them. Realizing everything, these would also be in space since Zeno-sama had completely destroyed the kingdom. Vegito would arrive seconds before Zeno-sama gave him the final blow. Vegito with a strong kick would send him flying.
You did very well, Gohan. Don't worry. Now I'll take care of this.
Vegeta would have arrived on the battlefield. He was furious to know that a counterpart of his great friend almost murdered his son and the goddess who helped them.
From your appearance, I could tell that you're Zeno-sama, but due to your disgusting ki, you're his negative part. You're right, damn mortal, and neither you nor anyone else will be able to stop.
Zeno-sama was not able to finish his sentence because at that precise moment, Vegito at a speed that even for a rebellious god was difficult to follow. Vegito, in a matter of seconds, would leave Zeno-sama on the ground very badly injured. What the hell happened? I couldn't see anything. Is this really the same guy who entered the room 3 days ago?
How are you able to hit me? This is a damn joke. You can't have that much power. Right now, I'll show you the power that no matter how hard your effort and training, you'll never be able to achieve.
Zeno-sama began to increase his power of him in such an amazing and bestial way that even everyone present was a little scared of such due power.
That look, without any expression, is what I hate so much. You think you're better than any of us here, but this place will be your death, and I'll keep your power.
Zeno-sama would throw himself at an incredible speed. However, for Vegito, it was not that surprising. Vegito was able to see each of his movements, and being inches away from hitting him, a strong pressure would fall on him.
Absolute pressure from King Saiyan! Stop moving!
Zeno-sama could not even move a single centimeter. His power was so much that even for a king of everything, it was something incredible to witness. Meanwhile, in a multiverse far away, to be more exact in Multiverse 1, there was a being with a peculiar appearance. Since at first glance it seemed like a normal human, this being was observing everything from a crystal ball.
Wow, apparently a new descendant of the original god Saiyan has resurfaced. Apparently his power is great enough to even humiliate a king completely in his combat form.
Returning to the battlefield, Vegeta was massacring Zeno-sama, who did not give in. However, with each exchange of blows, you could see how this battle's spirit was decreasing more and more.
What the hell are you? Even though my counterpart gave you all his power, I possessed so much more power. This can't be happening.
You're correct. If I only faced you with the power that Zeno-sama left in my body, you'd be able to defeat me. But I'm a Saiyan. I'm a warrior race. And every day we become more powerful. So I hope you're ready to die.
Since at this moment, Vegeta would move away and begin to charge a very powerful attack, with which he intended to reduce him to atoms.
I won't let you exterminate me so easily. Receive this miserable Mega Universal Atom Wrecker! Let's see what you could do with this.
That's not enough for my Super King Big Bang Kame!
Increased 100 times Divino!
Both would begin to collide, and the clash was so much that even the barrier that Zeno-sama would have put up at the beginning was cracking from so much energy.
How is that possible that trash attack has the same power as mine? I'm a king of everything!
Zeno-sama would focus so much more power on his attack, however, it would not have been enough, as a laugh would ring out throughout the kingdom of everything.
This will definitely be your end, since I'm not even using 75% of all my power in this attack. Disappear!
Vegeta would be using much more energy in his attack, causing Zeno-sama's attack to lose and both attacks to collide with it, disintegrating it without leaving any trace. This is amazing! I finished off a king completely in less than 30 minutes. The power that this being possesses is overwhelming. Vegeta would have approached everyone, restoring all their injuries and their energies.
Apparently, you have become very powerful. But just like the Saiyan race, our race is also very powerful. And our prodigies, I will train in said room and then I will fight you against you. Great Vegeta-sama.
Okay, Whirus, but I doubt you'll be able to face me.
Whirus would enter this dimension very focused on his goal, because he could not bear that a super god destroyer he called Beerus had been eliminated. He began with arduous training, being on the verge of death every day. Meanwhile, in the Multiverse 1, Kamicha was very interested in that warrior. He knew that with the help of said subject, he could end all the ambitions of the others completely negative kings.
Leviathan, come immediately.
At that moment, a very beautiful girl would appear in front of the realm of the whole Multiverse 1.
Tell me, Lord, is something that you want?
I want you to bring the Saiyan from the multiverse of Zeno-sama. I don't care what method you use, but I want to have him here in front of me, today!
Of course, my lord, as you order.
Leviathan began to travel between dimensions. She even caused some destroyed and others to be distorted due to the speed at which said woman was moving. Her power was so much that a multiverse less than Multiverse 3 could not bear her presence. They would not spend more than 30 minutes in which an incredible tremor would make the multiverse of Zeno-sama shake.
I can't believe it! Who is the being that gives so much power? This being must be an existence that is on the top of everything known and existing.
In Universe 16, the super god of destruction, Zizor, also felt an incredibly terrifying power.
Whom does all this power belong to? His power is so much that even in my demonic Super Saiyan transformation, I don't think he is able to face him.
In the 18 universes, they were similar comments because the power of Leviathan was incredibly overwhelming. However, the power of Vegeta was not far behind, only that he was repressing 95% of all his power so as not to attract the attention of beings much more powerful. Leviathan would arrive at the King's Castle of Everything, entering through the main gate.
Whom are you supposed to be? This is a divine place. Ordinary beings cannot enter.
However, Leviathan at that moment would look at him again with a look so cold and penetrating that he would be frozen. Daishinkan's body had been wrapped in very powerful ice, that no being in his same dimension of power was able to get out.
That's what you get for being so impertinent. You're not talking to any being. You're talking to the right hand of the first king of all, Kamicha-sama.
At that moment, Amatsuru would appear in front of her, being surprised not because she knew her, but because the pressure she exerted even made her instincts tell her to escape from that place.
So, you're Amatsuru, called the goddess of the sun. Let's see how great your power is.
However, Vegeta would arrive at an incredible speed, putting himself in front of his goddess.
I can feel how your power is even greater than the king of everything in my world. Who are you? And what are you looking for in my multiverse?
Leviathan would stare at him.
So, you are the mortal who merged with the king of everything. Your power's not bad at all. You could easily take the position of the king of the whole of the Multiverse 3.
I'm not interested. I just want to protect my entire multiverse. So tell me what you want.
My king of everything, Kamicha-sama, requests your presence.
At this moment, I'm indisposed. Inform your king completely that if he wants to see me, he'll have to wait a while longer.
Furious Leviathan would attack. However, the voice of his king would resonate in his mind.
Stop, Leviathan. The power of that guy is not something you can face very easily. I can tell you for sure that if you want to win or not, come back, and in a few days I'll personally go visit that king.
Leviathan, with his pride shattered, since even his king of everything had told him to abandon the mission, she would rise and very furiously return. But at that very moment, a new gigantic power would also be felt in the kingdom of everything. Whirus would have finished his training.
I can't believe the hidden power of the gods of this generation possesses. Their power is so much that now they easily surpass us. I'm ready to face you. I know it will be a very close battle, but I am not going to give up. Come and show me that you're worthy of being a king of everything.
Vegeta launched at a speed that no one was able to observe. However, at that precise moment, Whirus would move at a speed much higher than Vegeta's, being able to give him a strong blow that was not able to observe at all.
Apparently, Mr. Beerus and Whis have increased their fighting power too much, and when they were fused, their power explodes in an incredible way.
Vegeta would begin to increase his power in an absurdly incredible way. Now, not only in 18 universes felt such bestial power, but also the multiverses that were next to him. The power was so much that everyone knew that a new Super King had been born at all. Meanwhile, in Universe 18, the last 4 rebellious gods were gathered, and when they felt such power, they knew that they had no chance against that power.
The only thing we can do now, my brothers, is to merge with each other. This will be the last time we will see each other, but it will be for our father, the ancient god of death.
The rebellious gods would agree. They began with a fusion, just like the angels and gods. These had not only merged their powers, but had also united their souls, forming a new being. The appearance of this subject was that of Zizor, since he was the most powerful god of the rebellious gods, and he would remain in full control of the body.
I swear that I'll not disappoint you, my brothers. I'll do your will. I will murder that damn Saiyan, and I'll bring our father to life again.
Zizor, with his new power, went to a very special room, which was a room created to be demonic. But since this being had demonic blood, he could access it without any difficulty. That's right, Zizor began with arduous training. Returning to the field of battle, the couple between two super fusions was very even.
Mr. Beerus should never have been a normal god of destruction. His power goes much further than that. I'm sure Mr. Beerus' family are very powerful beings.
Get this-o! Destruction Sphere!
Vegeta would charge a powerful final glow, with which he would be able to disintegrate the god's attack, and the attack would cause the planets to different universes to be involved in annihilation. So both decided to end the battle.
I'm very surprised. Your power has grown in an amazing way, and you'll be a great ally in this coming war.
You are also king of everything. I never thought that a fusion with those Saiyans would make you so powerful.
They would continue talking, but moments later in all 6 multiverses, a voice would rumble.
No matter what they do, or how much they train, their destiny is death. Those who swear allegiance to me will live, while those who oppose me will perish. So I am Daisuke-sama, the negative creator god. What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.